Hi, my name is Sloan McLean. I work at MindPop and in Austin ISD with the Creative Learning Initiative. And I'm Miss McLean to my amazing students that I have taught through the years. I am here to inspire you to use soundtracks to represent what you're learning about and what you're thinking about right now. What is a soundtrack? It's that piece of music that when you hear it, ooh, you remember the movie, or you know the TV show, or you know the musical that you super love if you're a musical theater kind of person. So it's like Let It Go in Frozen, right? Like that's the soundtrack. It's the song that's repeated that has the theme of the movie. Well, you can choose a soundtrack to represent the theme or what is important about what you're learning. So you can choose a soundtrack for a character in a book, maybe for the character in general, or the character at the beginning of the story, and then at the middle of the story. And then what's a soundtrack for the end of the story? Or a historical figure that inspires you. You can choose a soundtrack to represent the real world content of that math problem that you are working out, or maybe one that you're writing for yourself, or maybe a piece of music that represents something that you're studying in science, like a life cycle. If you were going to look at a life cycle on TV, what is the piece of music that you would have behind that life cycle? Maybe a piece of music that's filled with wonder and curiosity and makes you wonder what's about to happen as that butterfly breaks out of its chrysalis. So you can choose a piece of music, whether it has lyrics or doesn't have lyrics, to represent your thinking. Where do you start? Well, sometimes it helps to ask someone in your family, what's a really cool band or a band that you know of that plays music without words? And sometimes without words is easier than music with words when you're looking for a soundtrack. So you go to that band. Maybe it's a jazz musician. Maybe it's someone like Balmoral, which is a local Austin band, or Mother Falcon, one of our awesome partners in the Creative Learning Initiative. And you hear different pieces of music from that band, maybe on YouTube or on a music account that someone in your family has. And you choose which of these pieces of music best represents my thinking about this character, for example. And I think it's easier to just narrow, creative constraint my choice down to 3 pieces of music. Which piece of music best represents this topic that I am trying to really think deeply about, wonder about, and connect to a piece of music? Then you can go and play that piece of music for someone who is near you, someone at home, maybe someone who you get to social distance play with, and you're going to ask them some questions. What do you hear in this piece of music? What does this piece of music make you think about? What might be the story behind this piece of music? And then after they share with you their ideas about what they hear and what they think and what the story might be, then you get to share yours. Well, this is why I chose this piece of music to represent this character, represent this topic in science. I represent this really cool concept that I've been thinking about. And then you guys get to have a conversation about how that music can represent different things and how that topic that you are excited to pick a piece of music for is so cool. So go pick some soundtracks and have fun with it. And I want to hear what soundtracks you picked for what topics. Please?